Om Namo Narayanaaya. Om Namo Narayana. Om Namo Narayanaaya. Yes, respected friends, welcome. Our Rigveda Parayanam, our common sense thought, then Sankalpa Prarthana, then Parayanam, the Upanishad mantras, then Upanishad Adhyanam, as we do every day to invoke the grace of the Parabrahma Tattva, Ishvara Tattva, Jaganmata Tattva, Devata Gana, Guru Gana, Shastra Gana, so that all our Bhashya Bhantara Vyaktitva Vikasa happens for our Adhyatmika Pragati, surely, certainly. May we do all these things more and more consciously with more and more Shraddha and our own application. Friends, in the Rigveda Saptama Mandala, we have to chant from the mantra 7th onwards. Mm, yeah. Seventh Anuvaka, we have Gurudeva. 7 mantras, 8th Anuvaka, 7 mantras, 9th Anuvaka, 6 mantras, 10th Anuvaka, 5. So 7, 7, 6, 5, 14, 10, 14, 6, 25. Then 11th Anuvaka, also 5 mantras. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 5 Anuvakas we chant in 6 minutes. Narayana. Om Atarugvedah Parayanam At Saptamamandalam Saptamonuvakah Om Pravo Devam Chitsahasanagnimashvam Navajinam Hishe Namobhihi Bhavano Duto Advarasya Vidvanpana Deveshu Vivide Mitadroho Ayahyagni Patya Anuswamandro Devanam Sakhyam Jushanaha Asanushusmairnadayan Prithivya जम्भेभिर्विश्वमुषदग्वनानि प्राचीनो यज्ञः सुदितं हि बर्हिः प्रीणीते अग्निरीडितो न होता आमातरा विश्ववारे हुवानो यतो हविष्ठजग्निषे सुषेवः सद्यो अध्वरेरतिरं जनन्तमानुषासो विचेतसो य एषां विषामधायि विश्पतिर्दुरोणेऽग्निर्मन्द्रो मधुवचा कृतवा असादिवृतो वह्निराजगन्वानग्निर्ब्रह्मानुषदने विधर्ता द्यौश्चयं पृथिवीवावृधातेया आयं होता यजति विश्ववारम् एते द्युम्नेभिर्विश्वमातिरन्तमन्त्रं ये वारं नर्या अधक्षन् प्रये विषस्थिरन्तः श्रोषमाणा आये मे अस्य दीधयन् ऋतस्य नूत्वा मग्न इमहे वसिष्ठा ईशानं सूनो सहसो वसूनाम् इशं स्तोतृभ्यो मघवद्भ्य अनड्यूयं पात स्वस्तिभिः सदा नः 8th one इन्धे राजा समर्यो नमोभिर्यस्य प्रतीकमाहुतं घृतेन नरो हव्येभिरीळते सबाद अग्निरग्नौ शशामशोचि अयमुष्य सुमहा अवेदिहोता मन्द्रो मनुषो यह्वो अग्निः विवाहकः ससृजानः पृथिव्यां कृष्णपविरोषधीविर्वपक्षे ववक्षे कयानो अग्ने विवसः सुवृक्तिं कामुस्वधां मृणवशस्यमानः कदा भवेम पतयः सुदत्र रायो वन्तारो दुष्टरस्य साधोः प्रप्रायमग्निर्भरतस्य शृण्वेवि यत्सूर्यो न रोचते बृहद्भाः अवियः पूर्वं पृथनासु तस्थौ द्युतानो दैव्यो अतिथिषु शोच असन्नित्वे अहवनानि आहवनानि भूरि भुवो विश्वेभिः सुमना अनीकैः सुतश्चिदग्ने शृण्विषे गृणानः स्वयं वर्धस्व तन्वं सुजात इदं वजश्च ददाह संसहस्रमुदग्नये जनिशिष्ठ द्विवर्हाः शम्यत्स्तोतृभ्य आपये भवाति द्युमदमी वचाथनं रक्षोः नूत्वामग्न इमहे वसिष्ठा ईशानं सोनो सहसो वसूनाम् इशं स्तोतृभ्यो मघवद्भ्य अनड्यूयं पाद स्वस्तिभिः सदा नः। Ninth one. अबोधिजार उषसामुपस्थाद्धोतामन्द्रः कवितमः पावकः दधाति केतुमुभयस्य जन्तोर्हव्या देवेषु द्रविणं सुकृत्सो स सुक्रतुर्यो विदुरः पणीनां पुनानो अर्कं पुरुभोजसन्नः होतामन्द्रो विशान्दमूना स्थिरस्तमो ददृशे राम्याणाम् अमूरः कविरदितिर्विवस्वान् सुसंसन्मित्रो अतिथिः शिवो नः चित्रभानुरुषसां भात्यग्रेपाङ्गर्भः प्रस्व आविवेश ईडेन्यो वो मनुषो युगेषु समनगा जातवेदाः सुसन्दृशा भानुनायो विवाति प्रतिगावः समिधानं बुधन्ते अग्ने याहि दोत्यं मारिषण्यो देवा अच्छा ब्रह्मकृता गणेन सरस्वती मरुतो अश्विनापो यक्षि देवान् रत्नदेयाय विश्वान् त्वामग्ने समिधानो वसिष्ठो जरूतं हन्यक्षिराये पुरन्धिं पुरुणीधा जातवेदो जरस्व यूयं बाध स्वस्तिभिः सदा नः। 10th one. उषो न जारः पृथुपाजो अश्रेद्धविद्युतद्धीद्यच्छोषुषानः वृषा हरिषु चिराभाति भासा दियो हिन्वानौषतीरजिगिगः स्वर्णवस्तोर्षसामरोचि यज्ञं तन्वाना उषिजो न मन्म अग्निर्जन्मानि देव आविविद्वान् द्रवद्धूतो देवया वा वनिष्ठः अच्छा गिरो मदयो देवयन्तिरग्निं यन्ति द्रविणं भिक्षमाणाः सुसन्दृशं सुप्रतीकं स्वञ्चं हव्यवाहमरतिं मानुषाणाम् इन्द्रन्नो अग्ने वसुभिः सजोषा रुद्रं रुद्रेभिरा आदित्येभिरदितिं विश्वजन्यां बृहस्पतिं निर्विश्ववारम् मन्द्रं होतारमुषिजो यविष्टमग्निं विषईडते अध्वरेशो स हि क्षपावागम् अववद्रयीणामतन्द्रो दूतो यजथाय देवान् 11th one. महा अस्य ध्वरस्य प्रकेतो न ऋते त्वदमृता मादयन्ते आविश्वेभिः सरथं याहि देवैर्यज्ञे होता प्रथमः स देह त्वामीडते अजिरं द्योताय दूत्याय विश्वन्तः सदमिन्मानुषासः यस्य देवैरासदो बर्हिरग्नेहान्यस्मै सुदिना भवन्ते त्रिश्चिदक्तोः प्रचिकितुर्वसूनित्वे अन्तर्दाशुषे मर्त्याय मनुष्वदग्न इह यक्षि देवान् भवानो धूतो अभिशस्ति पावा अग्निरीशे बृहतो अध्वरस्याग्निर्विश्वस्य हविषः कृतस्य क्रतुं ह्यस्य वसवो जुषन्ताथा देवादधिरे हव्यवाहम् आग्ने वह हविरद्याय देवानिन्द्रज्येष्ठा स इह मादयन्ताम् इमं यज्ञं दिवि देवेषु देहि यूयं पात स्वस्तिभिः सदा नः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। So 11 we have done. From tomorrow we have to do the 12th onwards. Friends, today's common sense thought is very common. For every one of us, let us, for ourselves, feel continuously that we should have the better level of experiences spiritual, higher spiritual experiences levels we should have, we should feel for ourselves. For that, obviously, we are supposed to do the higher, greater, deeper spiritual sadhanas day by day. So, what we are doing now, what we are experiencing, what higher experiences we would like to have, for that, what we have to do. In that way, our intellect should think, know it, of course, with the help of the Guru and Shastras, plan well, and that intellect should use the mind and senses to accomplish that in the way they are helpful. This is what we have to have generally, even in the worldly achievements also. We are in a type of stupor or laziness of non-thinking, non-setting the goals, non-inspired. Therefore, in a lethargic, non-performantial mood we are all the time, which is not a healthy sign for a human being. Basically, always there should be the higher goals aspired, and one should work for them. That is the only way for the human beings. If we are not that way, aspiring for the higher goals and not working towards them, then we just fall down only from one stage to the other, the lower abysses of whether it may be the slumber, the sleepiness, or any distractions. Isn't it? Right, that's what. Why we don't set goals even in our life? The higher goals, noble goals are because we are lost in some or the other enjoyments, entanglements with the world, or we are in a state of absolute laziness. And laziness is the identity with the body, then enjoyment indulgences are the identification with the senses and mind, because in the mind and senses only there is bhoga asaktis and pravrittis. Intellect always thinks, aspires for higher, sees the higher, greater, nobler possibilities. So in this way we have to train ourselves. And we have seen this thought thousand times earlier. Knowing, preparing, practicing, mastering, making it a habit is the way of wise. So we are knowing it now. Then we have to prepare ourselves. Then we have to practice what is prepared. Then slowly that practice we have to master to such a way that it becomes a habit to us. Example is, moment we get up in the morning, actually over before night only it should be thought well over, planned, or subautte, what best things I can do today, what best sadhanas I can do today. So that thought should start in the morning, then plan out, then keep working towards them, keep achieving them. In that way, every day when we are that way, inspiring ourselves with higher spiritual sadhanas and doing them and make it a habit, then we are doing the best. The best is definitely going to come to us. Because we are not so highly inspired by the goals that we are so much, what do you call, get lost in, kidnapped by all other ways of lifestyle, which are detrimental, which are samsaric, which are of nature of binding. बंधनात्मक जीवन में हम इसलिए जाते हैं क्योंकि हमें लक्ष्य और प्रेरणा उस लक्ष्य को पाने के लिए नहीं है. दिस इज अ सिंपल थिंग एंड वी शुड अंडरस्टैंड इट. How everybody became great, even in the world, spiritually, because they aimed at the higher goal. They did not allow their intellect to be corrected by the mind and senses and body and their demands. Went on doing. Like you are able to come to the class every day. How? Because you have not allowed any outer bodies, people, or your own mind senses to overpower your this conviction of coming to the class every day. And whichever the day they are overpowering us, for whatever the reasons, we miss it. In the same way, an intelligent person that way keeps himself aware and alert about the higher spiritual goals to be achieved, and he is consciously working towards them. At the time of that working, again the mind senses, the prakriti, all of them which were mistrained by us only in our ignorance from many, many lives, will try to obstruct us, will try to pull us down. We have to become aware of it. Okay, this is the temptation of the sense organs. This is the laziness in the mind. This is the distraction in the mind. Oh, this is the mind is resisting today from doing what I plan to do. This is how the nature of the mind is. Somehow eliminating them, somehow pacifying them. I must today succeed in doing what I am supposed to do, the sadhana. Even in 1 hour or 1 minute, we are able to start conquering our this lower prakriti. And that 1 2 minutes also, if we are able to do what sadhana we decided to do, whether it is even a japa or a puja, that is a success for that day. That 1 hour, that 1 minute, another hour. In this way, only by conscious efforts, that one is able to conquer the lower nature of worldly with the higher nature of being spiritual. है ना? छोड़ने से नहीं होता, नहीं करने से नहीं होता, करने के टाइम ये ट्रबल्स प्रॉब्लम्स जरूर आएंगे. By being conscious with that willpower, with the invocation of divine kripa through prayer, we have to keep doing, and when we will be able to totally subjugate or subdue the lower prakriti and are smoothly sailing through the higher prakriti sadhanas, we don't know. It is very subjective because how much of the negative is there in each of us, we don't know. So, knowing this principle, what to do, keeping on doing that is what is our struggle. That's why sometimes with minimum effort sacrifices also we are able to do wonderfully sadhana because the day is beautiful. Another day so much we have planned, we have really committed, फिर भी एक चीज भी नहीं होता उस दिन साधना. Isn't it? Patiently going through all of that. At today, at this 1 hour, in this 1 minute, what best I can do? That minute by minute, if we can conquer, hour by hour, if we can conquer, and that's a small also. Whole life I will do sadhana is a big goal. How many variety of prarabdhas are going to come? I don't know. So why keep such a big goal and get disappointed definitely? Have a small goal. Today I will do sadhana. Or before the lunch time, this half an hour I do. Or this 5 minutes I will sit. And it's not one time. Again, will do. Again. That's how a negative person becomes negative through negative practices regularly. The positive person becomes positive through positive practices regularly. A spiritual person becomes spiritual by doing his spiritual practices that way regularly. All in all, what we said 11 days back, thought is same, that how much we are inspired to do and grow in spirituality. If this thing is not there in us, which is the fueling aspect, which is the empowering one, then we will not have that much of stamina to do. स्टैमिना अंदर है, इंस्पिरेशन नहीं है. वो इंस्पिरेशन कोई दे नहीं सकता बाहर से. I, for myself, having thought well, having decided spiritual goal, should get inspired from my own within continuously. Within me only, my own mind, senses, vasanas are enemies. What to talk about the outer enemies, Batao? So, conquering all these enemies, yet keeping on doing the sadhanas to be done. How much of the inspiration we have to require from within, isn't it? You have this for the attending of the classes. Highly great and highly appreciable. In the same way, for to be done sadhanas, chosen sadhanas also, that high level of inspiration we should have, then somehow steal the time, plan out and do it. And wherever we are going wrong, wasting time, getting distracted, उनको थोड़ा अलर्ट रहकर उनसे अपने आप को बचाना है ना. Like spiritual sadhana doing is like a maintaining the country's progress consistently, isn't it? The country has to be protected from the terrorists attacking from all sides and within. The country has to be protected from the negative elements from within. Country has to be protected from the outer invasions. And the country should be maintained in its economy by continuously providing the resources, providing the employments, seeing that the productivity is very well maintained. And nowadays, the whole world has become a small thing. Small globe is all small. So the international mutual tradings, relations. What a toughest task it is. है कि नहीं. एक देश से दोस्ती किया तो दूसरा दुश्मन बनता है और उससे भी हमको कुछ लेन देन होती है. फिर कैसे करें? पैसे करके उससे भी कुछ करना होता है. Then the third country, the fourth. It's a continuous thing. And you can't keep on putting your drishti in the outer international activities only. You have to again look within the domestic. You can't always focus only on the domestic things. You have to see internationally how every country is progressing, growing, scientifically, medically, economically, warfare. So हमको भी उनसे keep up करना है pace. See that? What a toughest job it is. Equally toughest is the spiritual sadhana. It's not easy and it is not impossible. And the resources required for it are within us. Even if they are not there now, we can invoke them through divine grace from outside by inner sankalpas from inside. And it's a steady process, it's a long process, it's a continuous process. That steadiness and continuity are demanded, wanted from us. लगे रहो फिर होता रहता है. हर दिन focus on one day, focus on doing the best things every day, then things start happening. Then don't allow the lower things to overpower us. Don't allow any day to get compromised with the best we are doing. So in this way karte rahe and take the sahara of the Ishtadevata by saying, O Lord, by your grace I could do today, please bless me to do tomorrow also. All in all, everything is awareness. Everything is conscious thoughts, conscious plannings, conscious executions, conscious observance that it is done and its consequence has been so beautiful. Therefore, that consequence result should inspire me. And like 15 minutes, I did my yoga asana or the pranayama or koi surya namaskar. Then consequences, the body became flexible, light. So that should inspire me. Okay, if I do 4 surya namaskar, it's like this. So tomorrow I'll do 6. Isn't it? Then make a target. 12 per day I'll do. 24. Then keep on doing. Then the whole body will be cooperating with us. इसी तरह mind. See this 1 hour japa I did, mind has become calm, quiet. So let me do every day. So too I am coming to the class every day, therefore I am reminded of my ultimate goal, Paramatma Tattva. So I will not leave my class. So too I studied today what is taught in the class, so it gave me little more clear picture. So therefore let me do the study. Today I just try to sit quietly and contemplate on what is said about the self, the truth. A little opening has happened. Oh, what is talked about the self? Self is of this nature, and that self is me. Okay, uska arth ye hai. So every day I'll do that contemplation. See that? Do, get the result, get inspired. Again do it. In that way, always positive, always optimistic, always progressive, always inspirational, always looking ahead, always trying to do the best, always encouraging oneself Even small little failures, falterings happen. Yet again, pulling our, rolling up our sleeves and tightening our belts, again move ahead. है ना? गिरने से डरता है क्यों, मरने से डरता है क्यों, ठोकर तो जब तक न खाएगा. Some song is there in some. रोता हुआ है. Start keeping going. Fall, we will fall because we are not the masters of everything or even anything. So what? Falling is not wrong or not rising up is the one. And while walking, walk in such a manner that minimum falls or falters are there. इन दिस वे खूब अपने लिए सोचते हुए समझते हुए करते रहना. Unless this type of self-focused orientation is not there, what will we do then? Always vague, always confused, always half-hearted, always doing the things little or too mechanically. That need not be our lowest state. We can grow from that state. है ना? ऐसे इस लोएस्ट स्टेट पे रहने की जरूरत नहीं है. We can change. We have to change. We can improve. We have to improve. है ना? You can see in the world, people in politics, people in business, people in making money, how self-centered, self-oriented होते हैं. They maintain their calmness, their dignity, their goal orientation, their ruthlessness to say no to everything else. Those personalities you observe, we have to be like that. As regards our Adhyatmic, Pragati is concerned mainly with ourselves. And luckily to you and I, some of us, nobody to whom we have to much oblige, nobody who forces us, none of the big issues, problems, tensions, duties are there. सब चल रहा है हमारे बिना दुनिया. इसका अर्थ क्या है? Bhagavan is giving us a chance and expecting from us to make use of these beautiful timings for higher and greater and deeper sadhanas. लगे रहो. Right, friends? Today's thought is that one. Become aware of oneself, and in this way, let me do higher and greater sadhanas for higher and greater achievements. And have some clarities, direct clarities also regarding what is Adhyatmic sadhana and sadhya. Hundreds and hundreds of places in various shastras. They are said again and again. Any 10, 12 of them, it should be by hearted by us, kept ready or at least kept written in our referential notebook, which you refer every day. Like example Gita. Sankalpa prabhavan kaman tyaktva sarvan sheshataha manasaiva indriya gramam viniyamya samantataha shanai shanai ruparamedu buddhya dhruti gruhitaya atma samstam manakritva na kinjida vichintayetu yeto nischarati manaschanchalam astiram tatastato niyamya idadatmanyeva vasham nayet. These four shlokas are the essence of entire internal meditational sadhanas. Like that, contemplative sadhana in the 9th chapter. Maya tadavidam sarvam jagadavyaktamurtina vastani sarvabhutani nachahandeshva astida najavastani bhutani vashyame yogamaishwaram. Isn't it? Like that in how many places we are told in 2 or 3 shlokas the entire sadhana, steps. ऐसे हमको ढूंढ के तैयार रखना है. Isn't it? Let us not be vague both in our worldly samsara as well as in sadhana regarding what's the best that's required and how to procure it. We have to be alert. Best grocery where they are available. We should procure them. Not that jo bhi ration mein mil raha hai kha ke. So that is laziness. When we can afford best clothes where they are available. Search them, have them. Best people who can be friend. पता नहीं हमको जो मिल गए प्रारब्ध से. That is foolishness. That's justification. You go out, search for good people, be friend to them. Isn't it? We have to be that way active, dynamic for everything. हमको जो चाहिए उसको हमें हासिल करना है भाई. उसके लिए उस तरह का दिमाग हो. Same spiritually. है ना? In the spiritual balance also, we have to be active, alert. Ishavasa Upanishad, best inspiring mantras. Kena Upanishad, best inspiring mantras. Kata Prashna. We are all given this highest knowledge from last 5 years. लिख लो रख लो तैयार. गीता पढ़ रहे हैं आजकल हम. What a powerful mantras nowadays we are talking, studying. No higher and greater mantras than this. येन वेत्यंतारम यश्चैनम मन्यते तमुहौ तवन् विजानीत. ये तो अल्टीमेट है सब. न जायते मृते वा कदाचित् नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयाजो नित्यः. What more we want? The clarity about the Atman is given there. उनके ऊपर गौर देना है, गौर करना है, ध्यान देना है. Same way in our Prakarana Granthas. You know, yesterday, day before, 3 days से, in the Prashnottara Malika, all those 4 plus 4, 3 plus 4, 8 and 11 questions, their answers. You know, what is Mithya, Dvaitam? Who is a Mai, the Ishvara? What is Indrajala Samana, the Ayam Prapanchaha? What is Swapnatulyaha, Jagradavastha? How nice those questions. Which is Satyam? Only one thing, Brahman. ये सब best we are going through as regards the grace is concerned. But we are using it or not, again depends on how much active, dynamic, alert we are. ये सब बातें 20 साल के बाद कहाँ होंगे? We become little more elderly, abilities will be less. अभी ठीक ठाक है. सही यूज करो उसको. ठीक है? Think about it. ओम 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 सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः. ओम शांति शांति शांति. ओम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः. ओम वेरिमे गुरुवे पूर्वं बदवाक्य प्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः सच्छास्त्राः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्. ओम शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः. ओम निधये सर्वविद्यानां विषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. ओम श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्. ओम विदितानमया विशदैककलान च किञ्चन काञ्चनमस्ति गुरो द्रुतमेव विदेहि कृपां सहजां भव शङ्कर देशिक मे शरणम्. ओम ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलम् अचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि परब्रह्मणे. श्रुतिमात्रे समस्तं ब्रह्मविद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदाचार्येभ्यो नमः. संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्षकैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्तेष्वध्यात्मिकप्रगत्यर्थम् अस्मिन् सनातनधर्मसंस्थापने कङ्कणबद्ध अस्माकं स सर्वेषां निरन्तर दिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराममन्दिरवत् शिवकृष्णादि समस्त मन्दिराणाम् आश्रमाणां पुण्यदिव्यक्षेत्राणां विश्वविद्यालय भूभागादीनां पुनरवाप्तितेषु निरन्तर शास्त्राध्ययन अध्यापन उपासना यज्ञयाग साधना सेवा तपस्या प्रार्थनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तर शत्रूणां शाश्वतरूपेण समूल निर्मूलनार्थं भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिक हैन्दव संस्कृतेः सुसम्प्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थं विश्वे मोक्षधर्म पुरुषार्थ प्रतिष्ठा द्वारा विश्व संरक्षणाभिवृद्ध्यर्थमस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां संकल्पित सत्कर्म दिग्विजयार्थं तेषां हृदये परब्रह्म भगवद्देवता गुरुशास्त्र सत्संग साधना सेवा माता पितृ देश धर्म सनातन धर्म भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री कृष्ण यजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः आद्य शंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थम वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे. ओम नित्यानंदं निराधारं निखिलाधारम् अव्ययं निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकण्ठं नमाम्यहम्. ओम सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै. ओम शांति शांति शांति. ओम अथ चतुर्थोऽध्यायः. फ्रेंड्स चैंट फ्रॉम 11 to 15. ओम यो योनिं योनिमधितिष्ठत्येकः यस्मिन्निदं संच विचैति सर्वं तमीशानं वरदं देवमेड्यं निचाय्ये मां शान्तिमत्यन्तमेति यो देवानां प्रभवश्चोद्भवश्च विश्वाधिपो रुद्रो महर्षिः हिरण्यगर्भं पश्यत जायमानं स नो बुद्ध्या शुभया संयुनक्तु यो देवानाम् अधिपो यस्मिन् लोका अधिश्रिताः य ईशे अस्य द्विपदश्चतुष्पदः तस्मै देवाय हविषा विधेम सूक्ष्मातिसूक्ष्मं कलिलस्य मध्ये विश्वस्य स्रष्टारमनेक रूपं विश्वस्यैकं परिवेष्टितारं ज्ञात्वा शिवं शान्तिमत्यन्तमेते स एव काले भुवनस्य गोप्ता विश्वाधिपः सर्वभूतेषु गूढः यस्मिन् युक्ता ब्रह्मर्षयो देवताश्च तमेवं ज्ञात्वा मृत्युपाशान् छिनत्ति ओम शांति शांति शांति. Fourth chapter, the first mantra was Narayana. य एको वर्णो बहुधा शक्तियोगात् वर्णाननेकान् निहितार्थो दधाति विचैति चान्ते विश्वमादौ स देवः स नो बुद्ध्या शुभया संयुनक्तु. Remember friends, in Vedanta, the Brahman, the Atman, which is already there, is being spoken about. But through this knowledge given in these Upanishadic mantras, by directing our attention of our intellect towards that self, whose lakshanas are told as an indicators for our meditation, we have to reach to that state of being. Already existing Paramatma ke bare mein, already existing Swarupa Tatastha Lakshanas are told, which we were missing because of our inadvertences, extrovertednesses. But just keep on listening, understanding, focusing, identifying, establishing in that self. This is what is our job in Vedanta. We must very clearly know. नहीं तो इतना पढ़कर क्या कर रहे थे समझ में नहीं आया ऐसा जाता. This is a Brahman, this is the self, this is the Atman, this is the truth, this is the reality. These are its Swarupa Lakshanas, these are its Tadastha Lakshanas. So Tadastha Lakshanas for us to contemplate, meditate. And when you reach it, the Swarupa Lakshanas, if we experience them, it is proved that we have reached it. Even we can use Swarupa Lakshanas also for contemplation, which we thoroughly studied in our Taittiriya Upanishad when Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma was discussed. Okay, now this one first mantra, how pregnant, how complete, how important, how beautiful it is. Every word we were studying consciously. So, yaha ekaha, yaha paramatma with bhashya. Ekaha means advitiyaha. So that one without second paramatma. What happened to him? What he has done it? Is called avarnaha means jati adi rahitaha. Remember this. Avarnaha means you can put somebody in some varna when there is the janmadi. Once one is born in some or the other varna, we put him in that varna. After that, depending on that varna, we do the varnana of that. Like something is born. Which jati it is born? In the Pashu jati. So the cow gave birth to the bachada, calf. So what happened? The jati happened of something born. Which jati? Pashu jati. So therefore Pashu varna में आ गया वो. In that Pashu varna में Pashu jati में जन्म हुआ. Now its varnana is done. It's a calf. And when it grows, it also becomes cow. All that varnana description talking about it happens. Its color is spoken about, its chalana is spoken about it, its nature is spoken about it. Some calves are very lazy, some very active, dynamic. So you are observing it, then you are talking about it. Isn't it? This Paramatma is Janma Janmadi Vikara Rahita, which we are studying in Gita. Therefore, cannot be put in any Varna. Therefore, it cannot be Varnita. Therefore, it is Avarnam. And itna explanation description का one word explanation क्या है? Nirvishesha, non-specific. So no any sort of specifications can be attributed to the Paramatma. And we saw yesterday, day before, the jati, the dravya, the guna, the kriya, the rupa, ityadi are the ones when something has got, we do the description of it. That pure Brahman, the self, doesn't fall in any of these things. Therefore, he is nirvishesha, therefore, he is avarna. So that Paramatma who is one without second and who is nirvishesha. That is the meaning of yah ekaha avarnaha. Then bahudha shakti yoga varnan anekan nihitartah dadati. Bahudha means bahu prakaraihi. Shakti yoga means by using his own shaktis. Anekan varnan means variety of the varnas. Nihita arthaha without any specific selfish purpose. Dadhati he just takes over, takes on himself. So the two things are all the varnas are his only one point. Second is there is no specific purpose attributed for him for taking up all those varnas. By this, the whys and hows about the creation are dropped. See that? And who is asking that question? The mind. Mind, by asking question, by not getting the answer, sustains to be the mind. Doesn't allow us to go beyond it. You know? So that is what. Bahuda means nana. Shakti yoga with his variety of Shaktis. You know, the Icha Shakti, the Kriya Shakti, the Jnana Shakti, all of them are the Sattva Shakti, the Rajoguna Shakti, the Tamoguna Shakti. All of them are there, which put together is called as Maya, and that is his Paramatmas. You know, it is own power. Like I have my own speaking power, walking power, talking power. They are not separate from me, na? They are within me only. My thinking power is there, my seeing power, smelling power. है ना, मेरे मेरे पास, आपके आपके पास. तो ईश्वर परमात्मा का भी अपना ही शक्तियां है. With that, बहुधा नाना शक्ति योगात, what he has done? अनेकान वर्णान, variety of the varna yukta or varna sambhava, very many describable forms he himself expressing as. He himself is avarnaha, nirvishesha. But himself is through his Nana Shakti Yoga, as if Sa Vishesha Varna Yukta, he is appearing. And why is it so? Because Nihita Arthaha. Nihita Arthaha. What is the Nihita Arthaha? Artha means Prayojanaha. Nihita means hidden or absent. So Nihita Artha is equal to Agruhita Prayojanaha. Therefore, Paramatma, through his Maya Shakti, himself appearing as his whole universe, has no purpose that way. And we explained this yesterday exhaustively. Only the limited beings have purposes. You know, the infinite need not have any purpose. You know, Baddha Jiva has a purpose to do something to get mukti. Paramatma is already mukta. What purpose he'll have? No purpose. Therefore, this agruhita prayojana word, think whether it is understood by us or not. Paramatma, with his Maya Shakti, appearing as the entire cosmos, universe, names and forms, has no prayojana. But it's Leela, it's joy. He is expressing his Shakti. है ना? Like somebody अपने मौज में start singing the Gana. There is no purpose that somebody should recognize it, appreciate it, and make an album, recognize him, पे द रेम्यूनरेशन, ऐसे भी कुछ लोग होते हैं, दे आर स्पेसिफिक गोल ओरिएंटेड, अदर्स बस ऐसे गुनगुना रहे हैं, है ना, गुनगुना रहे हैं भौरे, खिल रही है कली कली। अब बस ऐसे ही है, वो वही खिल रहे हैं कली कली, वही भौरे गुनगुना रहे, दिस पर्सन आल्सो गुनगुना रहा है। You ask him what's the purpose? I can sing, I'm expressing and I'm happy about it. कितने बार हमने अपने आप का बिना कोई पर्पस का कोई ना कोई एक्सप्रेशन किया है कि नहीं? इट्स ए जॉय। So to Paramatma expressing his Shakti, there is no purpose of achieving something. Nihita arthaha means agruhita parayajanaha. Little more clearly, please explain. Swartha nirapeksha ityarthaha. So for you and I, the jivas, I am there, is there, I is there, feeling, then I am incomplete, that feeling is there. Therefore, there is a swartha prayojana of I have to become complete. Therefore, I do this or that. Paramatma also does this or that. He creates the whole world with his own Maya Shakti or projects the world. Yet, Swartha Nirapeksha Ityartha. There is no Swartha in him. He is complete himself already. Therefore, there is nothing for him to achieve by doing this. There is nothing for Paramatma to achieve by using his power for himself to express in these so many forms. परमात्मा अपने शक्ति से अपने आप को इतने रूप में दिखाने का उनके स्व कोई ऐसा स्वार्थ प्रयोजन नहीं है, स्वार्थ निरपेक्ष इत्यर्थ, बिकॉज इज नॉट अपूर्ण, है ना, दोज आर अपूर्ण, दे ओनली हैव अपेक्षा टू बिकम पूर्ण, इज ऑलरेडी पूर्ण, इज ऑलरेडी आनंद स्वरूप, देन व्हाई विल हैव एनी अपेक्षता, नो, therefore nihitartha means agruhita prayojana is equal to swartha nirapeksha eva paramatma bahuda nana shakti yogat varnan anekan srujate mai. So bahuda nana shakti yogat varnan anekan nihitartha agruhita prayojana swartha nirapeksha, and the word used there is dadhati means vidadhati. He just appears, takes up. When? In the beginning of creation, Adav. पहले वो अकेले थे, then with his own Shakti, he himself appearing as this world. This is simple. While being so, while doing so, he has no swartha apeksha, nishprayojana. So that question that why this world is like this, like that, it is like that always. There's no why in it. Ask question, you will not get answer, then get frustrated. बताओ भगवान क्यों आपने ये सब सृष्टि बनाया है ना, उस प्रश्न का वो जो हंसेंगे मुस्कुराएंगे, है ना, उसके पीछे दो तीन आंसर है। एक क्या है, वो मेरी मर्जी है, मेरे शक्ति से बना है। दूसरा, ये बनाए नहीं सृष्टि, मैं ही हूं। These are the two answers. Both are right in their own way. Now, next third line we have to study today. After this way, Bhagavan with his own Shakti appearing as many without any specific goal to achieve or purpose to fulfill. Vichaiti chante. What is the meaning of Vichaiti chante? Vichaiti. Vicha eti. Vi and cha and eti. चा को थोड़ा साइड पे रखो, वी और एति दोनों को मिलाओ, इट बिकम्स व्येति च अंते प्रलय काले. So what is it means? Vyeti dissolves everything again. Vyeti means getting dissolved. All those forms, all those things which is Maya expressed, he just withdraws all of them at the ante and pralaya kala. Okay, the pralaya, nitya pralaya happens to all of us in a nidra, and nitya, there are things which are getting dissolved or destroyed also, and the total also at one time goes into the total Mahapralaya sthiti. So, vyeti cha ante is equal to vichaiti cha ante. Vi cha eti. Eti को vi के साथ जोड़ो, vyeti. Vyeti means dissolves. He himself dissolves all those things. So, ya ekaha, avarnaha, baudha, shakti yoga, varnan, anegan, vidadhati. Up to this. After that, and nihitartha vidadhati. Next one, vichaiti chante. At the end, anta means pralaya kal mein, vyeti means he dissolves everything. So, vichaiti vyeti cha ante pralaya kale. च शब्दम च शब्दात मध्ये अपि यस्मिन् विश्वम. Even between the Vishwa created dissolution, in between also, when the Vishwa of the Rupa Nama are existing, sustaining, they are all existing, sustaining in him only. To convey this, the word cha is used. Cha means and also. What is the and here? Two things are told. Therefore, the thing which is not said, third one, that's indicated by the word and. So Rama and means what? Somebody else, Lakshmana, went to the forest. So here also, in the beginning, Srushti Kale, Adav, he only appeared as many. Ante, he only gets, makes everything dissolved. Now, between these two, सृष्टि और प्रलय के बीच में स्थिति काल में where are all of them? They are all in him only. That's indicated by the letter ch. So ch shabdam ch shabdat madhye api yasmin vishwam. In between also the vishwam is always in him only. So by listening so many years to all of us, this subtlety definitely must have come, which was not with us in the beginning and which is not with others. What is it? Always what is there is water only. On that the waves are projected. Always what is there is gold only. On that the ornament names and forms are projected. What is there is always is mud only. Adi may be, Madhya may be, Anta may be. In between some parts, names, forms are projected, which we call Vishwa, in which there is some Vyavahara going on. In the same way, what was there is there, will be there is only Brahman. On him, non-separable from him, are the projections of the name and form, which is called as the universe. इतना तो समझ में आना चाहिए भाई अभी तक. वेदांत का मुख्य फल ये है ना. And what is delusion? That expressed name and form we taking as reality, forgetting its substratum. And the substratum never changes. Expressed names forms change, and we don't want them to change, which we cannot control. That impossible thing ko lekar, we are becoming miserable. That's called samsara. What is sadhana and what is siddhi? You realize the never changeable substratum as yourself. Okay, enjoy it. Then on the substratum, with the Maya Shakti, whatever are projected, enjoy them, maintained, enjoy them, rejected, again enjoy them. Learn this art. And some guest comes to your house. Don't cry when he comes. Or another guest comes whom you love. Enjoy, but when that guest goes away, don't cry. हम हमें रोते हैं, हमें क्या करना है? आया खुशी, रहा खुशी, जा रहा है तो खुशी. Our goal is to maintain the peace and happiness, not who is coming, who is going, that goes on. That is the technique or the knack of an intelligent spiritual person. Because he knows on the substratum, everything is superimposed only to get desuperimposed. On the water, the wave appears only to disappear. In the disappearance of the wave only, there is a fulfillment to the appearance of the wave. In the going of somebody from our life alone is the fulfillment of their coming in our life. This secret we have to digest, accept it. In any case, the things, beings coming or going, I am there always eternally. Recognize that I. That I is the theme of the entire Upanishads. We already have an I, but that I is misunderstood I, the Upadis. But the real I is the Atman, the Brahman, the Self. So, vichaiti chante, हो गया? च शब्दात मध्ये अपि यस्मिन् विश्वम. Okay? Vichaiti chante vishwam. This Adav word is already told. Adav varnan anekan dadati. Ante vichaiti. Cha says in between also everything is in Paramatma. Up to this explained. Yaha Paramatma Ekaha Advitiyaha Avarnaha means Nirvisheshaha Adau in the beginning Shakti Yoga by his own Shakti Yoga Anekan Varnan variety of describable forms and names Dadhati takes up. Ante cha vichayiti. End में प्रलय काल में everything is dissolved. Cha in between also when they are staying sthiti kala they are all in Paramatma. Then now the next word saha devaha saha devaha that is Paramatma. Then saha naha buddhya shubhaya samyuna. This sentence comes again in today we chanted in some 14th or 15th mantra also. Isn't it? So Sahadevaha means what? Most important word is this. Sahadevaha Dyotana Swabhavaha Vijnana Ekarasa Ityartha. For more specific understanding about that Paramatma, the word used is Devaha. What is the meaning of word Devaha? Dyotanavan. What is the meaning of Dyotanavan? Vijnana Atma. Vijnana Ekarasa. Devaha means Dyotanavan. Dyotanavan means the one who is does the prakasha, illuminates. More specifically, spiritually talk about this word, it is Vijnana Eka Rasaha. So that pure Vijnapti consciousness, which is Eka Rasaha, continuous, homogeneous, not coming to the low level of thoughts of Drashta, Darshana, Drushya. Remember, Drashta, Darshana, Drushya, Rahita, Chaitanya. ज्ञाता ज्ञान ज्ञेय रहित ज्ञप्ति स्वरूप. In that Jnapti Swarupa Paramatma only, these Jnata, Jnana, Jneya are just Kalpita as thoughts in the womb of which, as Jnata, I am there, as the Jneya, the old is there. And I know the object, it's called as Jnana. Thereafter, the Kalpanas, the Uhagan, all of that is subsequent samsara. But here, Vijnana Ekarasa. So Saha Devaha, Saha Dyotanavan, Saha Vijnana Ekarasaha. Feel the meaning of it. Isn't it in Jagrat, Sapna, Sushupti, that Ekarasa Vijnana is always there in us. We are getting lost in the Vyavahara of Jagrat Sapna. That is why we are not becoming aware of it. That is our mistake. And just because we are not aware of it, it is not ceasing to exist. It is existing. It is there always. The awareness in me, whether I am aware of it or not, it is always there. I am not aware of it because I am aware of the things that are there in that consciousness called as Jagra Swapna Triputis. Hope you are catching it. So he is Vijnana Eka Rasaha. Devaha Dyotanavan Vijnana Eka Rasaha. So Saha Devaha, Saha Dyotana Swabhavaha, the one whose Swabhava is Dyotana, Prakasha is his nature, Vijnana Ekarasa Ityartha. So that Paramatma, to him now the prayer, the most important thing of this shloka. Saha Naha Asman Shubhaya Buddhya Samyunaktu. Saha means that Dyotanavan Vijnana Ekarasa Paramatma. Naha means Asman, all of us, Shubhaya Buddhya, with the most beautiful buddhi, some yunaktu, some yojayatu. May he endow us with the Shubha Buddhi, Sad Buddhi, Shubhaya Buddhya Samyunaktu. And the Shubha Buddhi at every level. The outer level, the Shubha Buddhi is, I am in the outer world only to do my Vidhi Nirvana Karma Yoga. The Shubha Buddhi is, I am here with my upadhis to control them. That's called as Yoga Sadhana. I am here with my upadhis to serve the Samashti Upadhi Yukta Ishvara. This is Shubha Buddhi. The final Shubha Buddhi is ultimately from the truth standpoint, I and the substratum, the reality are not two, we are one. it is the Jnanatmaka Shubha Buddhi. So the Karmatmaka Shubha Buddhi, the Yogatmaka Shubha Buddhi, the Bhaktyatmaka Shubha Buddhi, then the final is Shubhaya Buddhya is Jnanatmaka Shubha Buddhi, where there's clearest conviction that I am that Brahman only. Then what? Realize it and avoid in it. That's it. Saha naha buddhya shubhaya samyak yunaktu. What a beautiful thing, isn't it? Sayojayatu iti. This is the meaning of ya eko varno bahuda shakti yogad varnanaknekan nitartho dadhati vichaiti chante vishwamadau sadevaha sano buddhya shubhaya samyunaktu. Spashtata of the mantra. We spend it. That's how now Upanishads are just like not our local language, common language that easily understandable. We need Bhashya, even Bhashya Shabd ka artha bhi humko janna chahiye. And we should have the spiritual inclination. Then only we are interested, then we put efforts, then we understand every word, the total sentence, then what is finally conveyed in it. The final conveyed is that Lord endows with the Shubha Buddhi. Who is that Lord? Who is Vijnana Ekarasaha? Who is the one who is Ekaha Avarnaha to begin with? But he alone, with his Shakti Yogat, Aneka Varnan Vidadati, and during the Pralaya Kala takes everything into him. Sthiti Kala, he alone is support of everything. So that Paramatma, from whom the Sushti Sthiti Laya happened, who is Vijnana Ekarasaha, bless me with a Shubha Buddhi. Shubha Buddhi is to realize him as our own self. Okay. Yasmat saha eva srashta tasminneva layaha tasmat saha eva sarvam. Because he is alone is creating everything, because everything is dissolving in him only, therefore it's logical banta hai ki sa eva sarvam. Therefore everything is he alone, na tataha vibhaktam asti. There is nothing other than apart from independent of him. Iti aha mantratrayena. This is what is said in next three mantras. So what is in next three mantras? What is said? That everything is he alone. That is what is said. Why? Because everything came from him, staying in him, going back into him. सब उन्हीं से आया है. So the pots came from the mud, they stay in the mud, they go back into the mud. Therefore, all pots are nothing but the mud. Is there anything wrong to say? So too the entire Rupanamatma cosmos has come from the Lord, staying in the Lord, goes back into him. Therefore, is it not correct to say that all of them are he only, him only? This is called as Sarvam Brahma Bhavam, Sarvam Atma Bhavam. This is what the practice we have to keep on doing. Immanently also, whatever is there, he only. Transcendentally also, whatever is there, he only. Transcendentally, he and me are one. Immanently, I am part of him to serve him through the upadhis. इस तरह का हमें स्पष्टता एंड इनका अनुभव होना है. What is to be sought is the experience, not theory. Continue tomorrow. तदेवाग्निस्तदादित्यः तद्वायुस्तद् चन्द्रमाः तदेव शुक्रं तद्ब्रह्म तदापस्तत् प्रजापतिः. Wonderful mantras. Om 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 Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamada Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. That's it. Brahmarpanamastu. Thank you. Join for Gita class, friends.